Aaron, it's been I think 4 years or so since you've competed in San Jose. How does it feel to be back here and ahead of another fight?
Yeah, it feels really good. I'm excited to be here in San Jose. Just excited to be back in California. All my family gets to come down and watch me, and the SAP Center has been good to me. I've been 3-0 here with 3 finishes, so looking to make it 4-0 on Friday. So I'm really happy to be back.
Yeah, a lot of positive vibes, and you're coming in on the best winning streak of your career. You've won, 5 fights in a row. This could be 6. Does it feel any different when you're on a streak like that, or can you not let that get you too comfortable coming into a fight?
No, to be honest with you, I haven't really thought about it at all. I'm just taking it one fight at a time. I'm just happy with the progression. That my career is finally, I'm starting to feel like stuff's starting to slow down in there. I'm starting to, figure out what is working for me, what's not. My coaches and I are all on the same page, and I just want to keep, just taking one fight at a time. That's all I could do.
You had a little opponent switch up here at the last second. We found out about it, I think like a week ago or so. Was that like the same time that news came out? Is that when you found out, or?
Yeah, Ali called me and gave me the unfortunate news that Jeremy Kennedy suffered a broken orbital, and I said I want to fight. I want to fight on next week. Find me an opponent, because I've been putting in a lot of work. 3.5, 4 months of just because I was supposed to fight like the month before this. So stuff just wasn't really like. I had a long camp, just to say the least. So I guess they had a lot of people turn the fight down, and this guy said yes to it, and that's scary because he's got balls and he's gonna come to fight. He's gonna look to make this an opportunity. So, but I'm prepared. So he has to fight me. So that's a different story.
I think that was kind of the narrative, was like, who's going to want to fight Aaron Pico on a week's notice?
Yeah.
Were you concerned that people weren't going to step up to the plate, that you would have to maybe delay more?
No, I knew they were going to have some people that would say yes. There's a lot of fighters that were like, oh, I can't make 146, so, but that will do a catch weight. Still no. But like I said, this guy is 9-1. He's a D2 wrestler, national champion, and this guy's no slouch, and has nothing to lose and looking for his big opportunity. So, no, as soon as we got the name, my coaches went and we studied film with him and said, all right, let's get to work. But yeah, it's gonna be a tough fight, but I'm excited for it. It's a new puzzle to solve. So that's the way I'm looking at it.
Is it difficult to keep that mindset? Because I think a lot of people were looking at that Jeremy Kennedy fight as like, Aaron's finally getting back to the really top tier of the division. Is it hard for you to kind of compartmentalize Adli as the same sort of task? Like,
to be honest with you, I look at him as a world champion. This fight is like, each fight that I take is so important for my career. So, no, I think God willing, I get the finish and win on Friday. I think I'm still I'm going to be fine, and we can rebook the fight with Jeremy Kennedy. The only advice I have to say to him is, maybe if you're 1 week out and suffer a broken orbital, you should put some headgear on when you're sparring. I know a lot of guys don't like to wear headgear. I've seen some clips of him not wearing headgear, but that is the purpose of headgear, so you don't suffer cuts, you don't suffer broken orbitals. So yeah, put some headgear on next time.
I was going to ask you about the stakes. If you were kind of treating this as the same sort of things on the line as if you were fighting Jeremy, but you would be fine with just, kind of rebooking against Jeremy, or would you think we should start mentioning you as like, next title shot, so to speak, if you win this fight?
Yeah, I mean, that's a good question. I can fight Jeremy Kennedy again. I can get closer to the title. I mean, I don't really know. The most important thing is Edwards on Friday. That is the most important thing, and I'm not looking too far ahead, to be honest with you.
No problem. Hey, Aaron. You've been a pro MMA fighter for 4 years, 4 months, and about 27 days. How do you feel about your career so far, and mentally, what has your evolution been like?
Yeah, I'm really happy with my career. Obviously, in the beginning, it was a really I had some hiccups, but everything that led to it, and the man I've become, and the fighter I've become, I'm really happy with where my family's come. My family's. Had to adjust to this. I've met the coaches I have in my corner. So a lot of blessings have come in these 4 years, and I'm so happy and happy where I'm at. Most important thing is I look back on the journey and I can say I've enjoyed it, and I'm enjoying my I'm enjoying fighting now, and I have so much more to grow, and that's the exciting part. So the journey continues, and I'm motivated and eager to learn and fight the best fighters in the world.
Talking about that journey, obviously a bit in the past, you were such a decorated athlete before that pro debut. I'm curious, are the Olympics still on your mind at all?
No, I think that ship has sailed. It was a great chapter in my life, and I'm so happy that I wrestled. I really do. I'm so thankful and thank God every day that I wrestled, because I met a lot of good people. I got to travel the world. It's definitely the best thing to have in MMA, but I love what MMA is, the lifestyle I live, where I'm at, and for me to go and pursue that Olympic goal, I would have to basically uproot my whole family and train with the best wrestlers in the world, and I'm not willing to uproot everything, and if I'm going to do something, I definitely want to go and be the best at it, and I want to be the best fighter in the world. That's something that I've always set out to do since I've been a young kid, and I love wrestling, but MMA is the most important thing in my life.
Last one from me, and it's been covered before, but your great-grandfather was, of course, Pio de Jesus Pico, the last governor of California under Mexican rule. I'm curious, have you considered dipping into politics at any point, and what does that legacy mean to you?
No, politics is not my thing. I just want to ride my horse, hang out with my family, and politics is, that's not my thing. To answer your question, no.
Hey, Aaron, right here, just one. When we spoke to Adli, he said that, this is a short notice fight for me, but Aaron's got to take me on in short notice, and I provide problems for him to unravel. You've had some time to, cram for the test. What do you see in Adli's game that he brings to the table?
Yeah, well, I can tell you anything. He feels pressured off the cage. He's going to shoot a blast double. Really, he loves his, left body kick. Leg inside kicks up the middle, but definitely takes a lot of flop shots when he feels pressured. And guys have backed him up against the cage many times, but those guys aren't Aaron Pico. I back up everybody in the world. I just got to be smart. I just got to be patient, work off my jab, and just do what I do. Everybody always says that, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. And they're going to come out hot, but we'll have to see Friday. But like I said, it's different when you're in there with me. You have to worry about my wrestling, and you also have to worry about the power in my hands. That's a scary thing.
What's up, Aaron? You mentioned that you're 3-0 here in San Jose. You're also 5-1 overall in California. What is it about fighting in on your home turf? Does fighting in front of friends, family, and local supporters, does it alleviate pressure or does it add pressure?
Yeah, that's a good question. I don't really know, but I feel pressure every time I go in there. Whether if there's no crowd, with the crowd, I always feel pressure and feel the nerves. But I think that's what keeps me sharp. Yeah, I don't know. I can't answer that question fully. I mean, I always feel pressure and. But I enjoy being around my family, and then after the fight we get to hang out, and especially when you win, it's the best celebration. My family's just so pumped, and it's the best when you win and you just hang out. So I want to feel that Friday night.
And how's Canelo? And I'm not talking about the boxer.
Oh, my horse?
Yeah,
my horse is good. He's at home. Kylie's taking good care of him. We have two now, so I have Canelo, and then I have my other one's Coleon. They live a life of luxury, so they're spoiled. My horses are spoiled for sure.
Hey, Aaron. You talked about sort of the fight slowing down for you now. What is that a result of? Is that tactically some differences that you've encountered at Jackson's, or just the experience that you've now put in? What do you owe that to?
I think it's a combination of both, to be honest with you. I think it's time in the cage. I think it's the training. I'm growing as a martial artist. Like I said, I've been a pro for 4 years. and the level of competition that I fought right off the gate was, they were veterans, to be honest with you. So it was like I was in there with guys that knew what they were doing. It wasn't like I was fighting guys that were 0-1 or 1-1. I was like, the first guy I fought was 9-2. Then I fought crazy guys right off the bat. So I had to adjust. But I think it's a testament to all my coaches and my confidence that I have. I'm starting to, like I said, figure out what works for me, where my safe spots are, where I'm in danger. I just think it's a culmination of a lot of things, but I have a lot to learn. I really do. It has slowed down for me, but I want it to slow down more, to be honest with you.
How good is the catch wrestling that you've picked up at Jackson's and sort of the way that they implement that into the full mixed martial arts portfolio? How has that evolved your game as well?
Yeah, it's evolved a lot. I spent a lot of time with my jiu-jitsu coach, Tusa, and Greg Jackson. Greg Jackson, just a great game planner. But I think a lot of the confidence comes from my striking coach, Brandon Gibson. I mean, we work. His job is super, super important because like he's responsible for my combinations into a shot. So he's definitely coming up with the best combinations to get me to a safe spot on a shot. So I've said it to somebody. I said I think I have the best combinations into a takedown in the world. I have my combos straight into a shot are really, really deadly because the thing is that they can land and you can be knocked out and then me take you down. That's what my coach and I, Coach Gibson and I always think. We want a guy to be knocked out and then me in on his legs. So yeah, we're working at it, and I think we're gonna show that Friday night. And we have showed that in my last fights. Nobody can stop my takedown. It's difficult because they're so worried about my hands too. Because if they do land, I will knock you out for sure.
Last one from me. You've talked in the past that you and AJ will not fight one another. Does that still stand? And also, can you give your thoughts on the title fight on Friday?
Yeah, I'm really excited for AJ Friday night. I think he's gonna go out there, and I think he's gonna stop him in the second round. I think he'll be. I think it won't be too much of a challenge for him. He's a lot bigger, smarter, and just better fighter. It's AJ's time right now as a champion. I'm really excited for him, and he's gonna do great things.
So are you ruling out still? You still won't fight him? Is that where your head is?
Yeah, I think a lot of things would have to change if we ever did step in that cage. I think him and I would sit down and figure out if it was the best thing. And when we cross that bridge, like I said, we'll sit down and talk. It's his time right now, and make no mistake, I will be world champion. It's just my time isn't now, and when the time comes, I'll be ready for it. But I make no mistake, I am going to be world champion for sure.
All right, we're going to take a couple questions from the chat. Nathan, go on.
Aaron, as a wrestler, you never know who you're going to face in a tournament. Back with that, I know there comes a tension of the unknown. You said you always feel pressure as far as fights are concerned. How do you manage that pressure?
Man, yeah, that's a good question. I know what, I just stay in the process. I come to fight week. I have my routine. I know the most important thing leading up to the fight is making sure my weight is where it needs to be. So I just set out my schedule, my times that I need to train, stay disciplined on my eating, stay disciplined on the times and what Bellator has me do and the obligations, and just take it one thing at a time. And before you know it, I'm weighing in, and then I'm fighting, and it's over. So I don't really think about the fight too much, to be honest with you.
Okay. And I know that fatherhood is an amazing thing. I'm a father myself.
Yeah.
And it looks like you are having a wonderful, wonderful time loving on Valentino.
Yeah.
What's the greatest impact that he's had on you for this game?
Well, I just love coming home after a long day of training and being with him, and every day you're learning something new. He's learning something new, and yeah, I don't know. I can't really explain it. It's just every day is a smile on my face when I look at him, for sure.